Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the middle of July. Now Scorpio, I felt guided to do something a little bit differently here, so we're going to just go ahead and get right into some messages from your spirit team. So we have, wow, meditation brings awareness wanting to pop out here. You know, as a water sign, this is important for you to do. You have a special connection with psychic energy, with any sort of intuitive process. And so for you, if there's something that you are hoping to figure out, to get an answer on, right now it may be time for you to sit in contemplation and take time to commune. Now, I do want to say it's important for me to note that I view angels as a frequency, and so that's the way that I am doing these cards. You do not have to be a specific religion or have a spiritual belief to tap into angels. They're just a frequency, just like everything else. So I did just want to mention that. So let's just go ahead and see what other messages want to come forward here. Ask your angels. I mean, seriously, this is two situations here showing up where you're being guided to do some sort of spiritual practice. Now, what are we going to ask the angels about? What are we going to meditate on? So let's see what we get here for that. Let's see here. What are we going to ask the angels about? You're ready. So if there's some sort of, so you are, that's a very good card to get in this Oracle deck. It's called Ask Angels, or no, I'm sorry, it's called Angel Answers. But you can see here, this person's sort of like at a sort of fire pit, and they are like at the culmination of some sort of a cycle. They're ready to reap some sort of harvest here. You've been working through something clearly here, Scorpio, and it's almost like the answers are not going to come from the outside realm. They're going to come from your guides, your spirits, your spirit team here. And the best way to get in alignment with that is to meditate. So let's see what else we have for you in this future position. No. So let's see here. Was there another one that wanted to come out here? No. No what? Let go. Okay, so you are getting an answer here. If you get the answer no, it's important that, okay, not the right time. So I almost feel like you've been ready to make some sort of change here, some big change in your life. You potentially want to figure out why you felt so pulled in this direction. Whatever direction that is for you, it's going to be different for everyone who's watching this. But it's very possible that you've recently gotten a no or you've gotten a rejection on something. And what you're supposed to do here is remove any sort of attachment that you had to the outcome yes. Because if the outcome is no and you're resisting, then you have an attachment to what you felt like should have happened. And the reality is that the best way to work through this is to let go and realize that there's a higher spiritual, deeper meaning for why that is the way it is. And so this idea of letting go is super powerful in any sort of aspect of your life. We oftentimes get into a fixed mindset that things have to go a certain way, we have to go from point A to point B in a straight line, but that's never the case. Oftentimes there are bumps along the roads, there are zigs and there are zags, and that's when you have to fall back on this idea of letting go. And, sometimes the answers are not external, they're internal. So I feel like this is kind of a very powerful message here for you. Let's go ahead and put those up here, and now let's start to move forward with this reading. Let's get some additional messages here. Now, Scorpio, the only place you can get any of my products and services is my website, zaneintuitive.com. I'll never ask you for a reading or ask you for money. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so what additional messages do we have here for Scorpio? Okay, there's 1, 2, maybe. Okay, you have, wow, summer. Bask in joy and light. You know, maybe at this time, you're not looking to, and then, hold on, you have She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. So it's almost like right now, you're exactly where you're supposed to be with not the right time, meditation brings answers, and ask your angels. It's almost like there's this energy of like not being too impulsive. Let's see what else is going on with this summer card. What can we get clarified with this? Whoop, this summer card popping out here. Okay, Hunter, track down your fears and desires. So that's interesting. That's kind of the opposite message of what I've been saying here, because we have unleash the wild within, and we have tracking down your fears and your desires. I would say enjoy this time that you have right now. You know, these summer months, they come and they go. And let's see what else we get here. Maybe you've been chasing and not attracting. Tracking down your fears and desires would be chasing. Well, yeah, I would say so. And then you have seer. See beyond the current situation. Wow, there's a very esoteric message here. There's a very sort of deeply spiritual, big message here for you, Scorpio. You know, a seer, you know, you could think of a seer as like the high priestess in the tarot. And so, you know, see beyond the current situation is really speaking to your intuition. You know, your intuition is everything that is in between. It's not the external. Your intuition is everything that it's not necessarily what we see with the physical sense, but it's rather the internal, intuitive, emotional sense, right? And so you have this message here of trying to see the forest for the trees and see what's going on here this summer. And what is it that you are forcing with the Hunter? And remember, this unleash the wild is the wild within. And we have this message of going within with meditation and ask your angels. Wow. So let's see what else we have here to get some additional messages for this. Okay. You have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Okay, I do feel like maybe you'll get an answer here. It's probably going to come from sitting in quiet time, sitting in contemplation. Now you have Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Some of you are starting some sort of project or venture here that you've been wanting to get off the ground. And it's probably creative in nature because you have Kernanos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Definitely, I feel like for you, you're maybe working with some sort of creative energy here. You know, the essential sexual powers are, you know, it's all coming from the sacral chakra area, which is also your it's also your creative center. And so you can use those energies, the sexual energies, the sensual energies, you can use those to bring about some sort of creative venture or project into your life, or just put it towards your work, even if you don't do creative work. And I feel like this is something that's happening for you here. So let's go ahead and start to get into the tarot messages and see what other messages want to come through. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Scorpio, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Hope things are going well with you. So I'd also like to just say I've recently launched a Patreon. If you want to support the journey on a deeper level and get some exclusive perks, you can consider checking that out. There is a link to that in the description below. So let's see what messages we get here for you, Scorpio. Is that the one? Yeah, I feel like that wants to come out. Four of Swords. Wow, another message of recharging the batteries here. Not the right time with meditation brings answers. Four of Swords is going within, healing, retreating, recharging for the batteries. It's not a card that's in go mode. It's a card that's sort of more of a passive sort of energy. Five of Cups in the past. There was a disappointing situation here that you maybe need to ask your spirit team or your angels, whatever one you sort of resonate with. They could be a part of your spirit team. The thing about the Five of Cups is it tells you to look on the bright side. This person's sitting in disappointment here. Okay, they're focused on these 3 cups that are disappointing them, but if they would just turn around, they'd realize that there are 2 cups behind them overflowing. And so it's telling you to look on the bright side here. Now, let's see what else we get for you in the future. Okay, you have one of these oracle cards. There's an oracle card there are 2 in this deck that I use. This is the Well. It's tapping into this this deep sort of creative well or psychic well that we all have. This pool of energy that is inside of us and using it to create something. And so for you, can you reach down inside and sort of figure out a way to let go of this situation and how it's supposed to happen? Now, I will say as well, this is the tarot deck I use on Instagram. So if you are interested in following me there, I do daily content. But let's see what other messages here. Okay, you have this 2 of Swords. You are blindfolding yourself here. I feel like you're wanting something to happen right away. Like you are chasing right now. And okay, you have the High Priestess. This is this message of the seer coming in here. High Priestess rules the divine feminine. It rules our intuitive side of ourselves, which we all have. It's hidden knowledge coming to the surface. You may get an understanding, a deep understanding of why you've been sitting in this disappointment, why maybe you're going to be getting a no here in the future, or some of you may have already. Let's see what these 2 cards are. You have this 8 of Cups. Wow, I like this for you. You have this 8 of Cups and this 3 of Wands. I love the 8 of Cups. You can see this person's looking towards the moon in this card, but really what they're doing is they're looking towards the horizon. And they're saying, I'm going to leave these 8 cups that are empty and broken and spilled be a thing of the past. And I'm going to walk towards the 9 of Cups, which is the fulfillment of a wish or a dream. And so for you, it's taking an empowered step forward. And especially, look, this person's also kind of looking out towards the sea, the river. And the 3 of Wands is initial success. It's that first victory in the Suit of Wands. It does suggest that there's more work ahead. Obviously, this person's about to embark on a long road, a long journey. And for you, it's like, look, see the forest for the trees, okay? As that lines up with the Seer card, especially as you get the High Priestess, which there's an answer within you, okay? It's inside. It's not going to come from the external. So, okay, you have the Hierophant. Potentially an issue with a organization that you're in. I typically read the Hierophant as the place that you work, but it could also be signifying a mentor. It could be marriage, anything that has an element of tradition to it, large institutions, governments, anything like that. But it looks like maybe, let's see here. Let's see what else we get. I need some more confirmation. Let's see what other messages want to come forward for Scorpio. I think that's it. The Emperor. Okay, that's success in business. This is big boss energy. A very good card to get for any sort of career or financial situation. It's the energy of success, leadership, counterpart to the Empress, which is the most abundant card in the tarot. The Hanged Man here. This is this idea of being suspended in air. And the way that I like to read the Hanged Man is what would happen if this person cut the cord and started free falling? Where would they go? Where would they land? And, you know, for you, it's like this answer, whatever we've been talking about this entire time, it's not going to jump out and make itself immediately present. It's going to be subtle. It's going to be a part of your subtle energies here. And, you know, I feel like maybe there's a talent that you're just sort of begging to release here that maybe maybe an organization or a new job, you could catch the eye of somebody, either a mentor or somebody. Let's go ahead and see what's going through there. Yeah, you have the Magician. This is now you have the High Priestess and the Magician. This is the leader or the ruler of the Divine Masculine, the Master Manifester, what you can consciously create. And you have the King of Cups, really just allowing yourself to sit with emotions. And the King of Cups is very good at weathering emotional storms and anything like that. They are also, on the other side, very good at using emotions. And so you want to make sure you're not manipulating anybody with emotions. But I get the sense that there's the Hangman, like I said, is a sacrifice, because what would happen if you just let go? And we have this message of letting go for you. So let's see what else we have here. But you're manifesting something. You're manifesting with the Magician and the High Priestess. It's going to be an internal rendering, an internal manifestation here, that you've been working through for a long time. There's been some sort of disappointment along the road, but now you've got a way out. You've got a clear road ahead. What I'm saying is the road is not going to be clear. It's not going to be immediately present. It's going to come, the breadcrumbs are coming from within for you. So what else do we have for Scorpio here? Okay, toil and labor and thief. What else do we have? Coffin. Gift. Like, there's this element here of sharing a gift. Main male. Let's see what else. And occupation. Yeah, definitely some of you are going to get into a job or get into an organization where your gift is going to have, you're going to have a chance to share a gift with people, whether it's self-employment or a job. There's going to be an opportunity for you to maybe start something new here. There's the end of something old. I feel like it's the end of working too hard. I do feel like with disappointment and thief, or with Five of Cups, disappointment, thief, and you're now ready to move past a challenging person or situation, and you have pathway on the bottom. So you are, like I said, there's major path energy going on here. This looks very good for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Also consider becoming a Patreon. I'll see you in the next one.